Thanks for buying my pedal extension. Here I'm going to show you a video on how I install it. First, you're going to remove the nuts. Just hold the bolt in place, set those aside. Now, the best way I found is to take a piece of paper. You can use a permanent marker, or a graphite pencil works fine too. And you need to find the holes and basically poke holes where the bolts are going to be drilled on the paper stencil, so that we can then transfer this to the pedal itself. Here I'm doing the automatic gas pedal extension for automatics. The process is going to apply the same to any one of the pedal extensions that I created. Now you can see I cut it out in the shape of the pedal, and you're going to tape this to the pedal itself, where you want it to be placed, and make sure obviously the holes don't exceed where you want. And you can also put holes in any one of the holes. At least 3 bolts is going to be necessary, I'd say. I'm doing 4 here. The drill bit I'm using, I believe, is a 3/8. Anything bigger than the threads itself, but not bigger than the head, is going to be fine. You don't want the exact size as the threads, because then the holes are going to have to be perfect. They don't necessarily have to be perfectly in place. Now you can see I'm wallowing out the holes a bit, just so it's easier to install. As long as they're not bigger than the nuts and the washer on the back side, everything's going to be fine. Now that all the bolts are drilled, you're going to place all the bolts in the extension. Grab your Allen key, or you can use a hex key socket, and make sure they all, before you go putting any bolts in, make sure that they all go fully seated into the holes, in case you have to widen the holes at all or move them. But hopefully you got them drilled straight. Now place the washer and the nut behind the pedal. One thing I didn't mention before is you want to watch, all the pedals have where the pedal itself kind of bracket goes up to the assembly. Obviously you don't want to drill into that. Some pedals may have it on the left or the right or in the middle. This one's in the middle, so I was okay doing the outside holes. If it happens to be to one side, then you're going to want to drill, in the middle and on the side. As long as you have at least 3 holding it, it's going to do well. They don't have to be very tight either, just tight enough to hold it snug to the pedal. Also, if you notice, there are bolts on the pedal assembly, so you can remove the pedal if that helps. You can see here on the automatic pedal there is a rubber cushion. When installing the brake pedal, you can remove this, or you can leave it in place.